Hi guys.
Hello people.
I'm Milena.
I'm Lola.
And we're watching Fullmetal
Alchemist Brotherhood. We
Yes.
are watching an OVA.
Fourth one.
Didn't watch the first three. But okay.
We'll watch first three. Maybe when we finish the show, if that makes sense, you know.
It's gonna be like,
or
for us, like nostalgic purposes. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Because like we're gonna need
I don't know
more.
if it's gonna make sense to watch them at that point, but like better to watch them than not watch them at all, you know?
I agree. We are yet to still watch the OVAs,
Attack on Titan.
Like,
I just know there is a John
There's
one.
a John one, and I have not seen it.
Yeah.
My boy John.
I'm not gonna do that with this show. We're
Yeah.
gonna watch them with this show, but like many of you commented that we should watch
the
fourth one after 30th episode, which maybe has something to do that we saw a lot of stuff happening in the war.
It's with Ishval and war or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I saw the title of it. I don't know if I can see it now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was like something to me that indicated for potential a war or something.
Mm-hmm.
It only lasts 17 minutes. Like the show usually goes very fast for me.
Yeah, but
And
like,
now I have
maybe it doesn't have.
Well, yes, it's an
long outro,
OVA. I don't know if it's a. Like, if it's an OVA, I don't even know if we're following our characters or if we're following something else. I don't know what we're
Imagine
doing.
we're watching the episode where there is no arc characters. So what?
Well, it could be people in the fucking war.
I don't give a fuck. I want to see what happened with Roy and Lisa in that time.
What the fuck is Lisa?
Risa? Is it Lisa?
Risa, I think, yeah.
Risa.
Well, I don't know what am I expecting from this episode. I don't know if this episode came out after the 30th episode.
It did.
Apparently you say it didn't, so like I don't know.
If we get spoiled, let me just tell you.
We are never trusting you again.
This is a bit terrifying because we're right now watching something that came out a lot later than like the...
Oh, it came out later.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Look, people in our comments on Patreon are very careful what they tell us. Like, they're, like, overtly careful. So
As they should
highly... Yes, thank you very much for that. So I highly doubt that we have anything to worry about.
For example, in the last episode, I knew that Armstrong's gonna build up the wall. Because people in the comment told us.
I didn't know that.
And everybody fought so much because some girl told us that, like, they built the wall. She said, they said, the person who commented, something along the lines like, no, that isn't shown in the show. It's only manga, so that's why I told them, you know, like.
Okay.
And you figured it out from the show.
Yeah, that's how I learned
exactly. So like it is shown in the show, basically.
I have no idea what to expect. Okay, nothing. I'm only assuming it's gonna be about the Ishval and war because like if you told us like to watch after the 30th episode was about the Ishval and war, I'm just assuming it's like a continuation of it. Like maybe like a more in-depth version of what happened or something like that. I don't know. I have no idea actually what to expect from this episode. I
just think maybe, do you know what I expect? Because it's like OVAs, it can contain something that's not in the show. Like it can't actually spoil stuff. What I expect is maybe like in the war, our characters talking about something.
I would love that.
That's what I imagine, because I don't think we're gonna find out new information.
No, me neither. I think it's just gonna be about, morality and what we're doing.
And them talking about, like, mistakes they made, maybe...
My favorite things in the world, sitting and talking. Love it so much.
Yeah.
I mean, the show always gives it to you.
This is the show that gives you most of this. That this one does.
Yeah, it balances out the action and they're always talking. Like, everything that I want to be said is always said.
Exactly.
And I really appreciate it so much because, like, they do it like that. So, I'm excited to see. And we'll eventually watch the first 3 OVAs. We're just gonna start with number 4, I guess. That's it. I'm not gonna, like, talk too much about what happened in the previous episode because I don't think it's connected necessarily. We'll see what happens in this one, then we'll just, like...
talk more after that.
I mean... It's only 17 minutes. Like, see you in 17 minutes.
But depends if there is intro and outro.
If I think there's no intro and outro?
That would be good. Then 17 minutes
then that's fine.
Makes
but
sense.
What if there is?
Then it's like
13 minutes.
Literally, yeah.
Look, let's go. Yet another man's battlefield. Yes! My boy! Soon to be war criminal, I guess.
That's funny.
Are we gonna see him start studying alchemy under the father?
Imagine if...
Now drop and give me 150!
Imagine if he meets Hawkeye here.
Oh my god, my favorite OVA! Is that? What?
What?
Well, that's central. It looks like underdeveloped.
If you win that many, then you'll be a general. I know!
18 years old. Look how cute he is.
Oh, man. You okay? Sorry about that.
He's a Ishval.
Ishval, huh?
I take back that apology.
He got his dirty desert stink on my shirt.
Ugh, disgusting, dirty Ishval stink.
What's a filthy Ishval do?
Oh my god, oh, I can't watch this.
Come on, why are we wasting
My
time
love,
on
you
this
come
trash?
here, pick up his books.
You alright?
Nothing changes the fact that he killed half of them.
Oh, look, I know, we don't have to be reminded every second.
But he was a nice boy from the beginning.
He's a sweet boy. War
What can I tell you?
makes people into monsters, I don't know what to tell you.
But I feel even worse that like this is
Sorry, pal. Spinach quiche is my favorite. Just can't resist it, you know?
I can't be mad at you, my boy. You really want that spinach quiche? Don't hang out with them!
well
So he's one of them.
oh.
Man, I'm starving. Time to eat.
He's really not letting go of the quiche. Oh my god,
He's
he's coming. He's revenge!
But there is
Sorry, pal. Just can't resist it, you know?
There's like
This
3
quiche
left.
is my
there is 3
favorite.
left. There is 3 left.
My
It's not the same
boy! There's like
That's a lot.
3. They're
That's
best
cute.
friends.
Look at those 2 freaks up there. Me too.
Oh my god, now he's dead. I'm gonna cry.
Focus on it and not the campaign. Excellent. Your strategy must adapt to counter your enemies. Excellent. Next.
The sun and the moon descend in order to rise. The four seasons.
But now I'm just
Oh, but they
sadder.
push each other to be better and the best, and then
And
eventually...
this one died. Of course Royce feels so horrible because of that.
Yeah, that's his best friend.
It's like they can't stop competing. I noticed.
I'm too sad now. Honestly, I'm too fucking sad now.
Ishval, they're going with Ishval in one.
And what makes you think you belong here with us?
Enough! There's no point to this. Just think about it. Ishval's a part of a Mistress now, so he's a citizen, understand? He has the exact same rights that anyone else in
They
the...
left out their inferiority. That's why they got taken over.
Don't accept this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. This brings me fucking joy.
You don't even touch an upperclassman! Alright, Mustang, back down!
Mace?
What's with the gun, Hughes? I'd like the seniors to keep quiet, please. I would prefer to handle this one on my own.
Whoa! What are you doing, Hughes? We're your friends.
You think so? You think that I'm friends with cruel bullies? I hate people like you! The object is victory. Focus on it.
And then the Ishval in war. Well, I
This
can't.
just makes
I don't
me
know.
so fucking
I don't know
sad.
what to do with it. This is so sad.
Heathcliff Arp.
Heathcliff?
Kinda look like a Heathcliff. So, Heathcliff, what drove you to sign up for the academy anyway?
Like, is he fucking dead now?
For the sake of my fellow Ishvalans, I hope to climb the ranks and someday abolish discrimination within the military.
And what made you enroll, Golden Boy?
It's
Look
so
at a
dark.
mistress. We're surrounded by other superpowers. I intend doing everything I can to defend this nation. Even if that means dying by the wayside to do it.
Well, then that's where the two of us differ. I can do without the dying part. I'll live off of weeds if I have to.
Oh yeah? Then why'd you even bother enrolling?
But I want to protect the woman I love. I just haven't exactly met her yet.
Don't even think
so
about it. Don't
fucking
even think
sad.
about it. Don't even think
What?
about it. To go to Ishval and war. I said don't think about it. I knew they were gonna do this to me. I don't watch it. Who told us to watch this? People. This is fucking cruel.
Are they gonna fight against the same
They've
soldier?
got at least 2 snipers. We can't risk charging them. We just don't have enough men for it.
Understood. Well, let's go. Sir!
He got him!
And boy, I don't want to see.
Heathcliff Harb?
How could you?
Roy! Hang on, Roy!
We've been assigned the mission of eradicating Sector 27. As always, I am counting on you.
You're a slave driver, Hughes.
I'm just following orders. Don't you want to get a promotion?
Why are my orders to kill the people of my own country?
I told you. The Ishvalans pose a threat to our security. We have no choice but to purge them, and that's from Central.
To purge them, huh? Such a vague, innocuous word. Political code for ruthless slaughter.
As soon as we're out of this hellhole, I'm going to ask her to become my wife. And don't think that you're going to skip out on the ceremony.
Can you really hold the woman you love with your blood-stained hands?
There's one thing I've learned in combat. Raising a family with a woman you love may be a universal right, but you have to earn that love first. Understand? And I will do anything it takes to be the man she loves. I'll survive this war. And when I return home, I will swallow every horrible thing I've done here. And I will smile when I'm with her. I swear on my life, I will make her happy.
Just give me 30 seconds.
30 seconds, but that's it. That's 30 seconds. Come on. On your feet, Flame Alchemist. I see you again, Mom. Gracia! Gracia! I will swallow every horrible thing I've done here. And I will smile when I'm with her.
Hughes, you're a strong man. A much stronger man than I'll ever be.
I need a break.
Thank you so much for making us watch this. It was so lovely. I just feel like...
Worst 16 minutes of my life.
Why the fuck would you make us do this? This was so bad. Even their fucking OVAs are better than most shows. Or worse, depending how you look at it. I know I'm laughing. Well, let's pause, okay?
Yeah. I honestly don't know where to even start with talking about this episode and what we just saw.
We checked when the episode came out.
It was after the
show.
Series.
And after the show ended. Yeah. Imagine having finished all that and then just you have a new episode released and it's this.
Yeah.
It would make me depressed. Okay, so I think this is a perfect time to watch it after we have seen the war. So I just think it's,
it makes sense.
We're gonna talk about this episode, and then we can just call back to the previous one that we watched. I think they're very much be connected.
And there is many things that made me sad in this episode. The first thing that made me sad is actually Hughes. When we saw him and we've been seeing his friendship with Roy even in the previous episode. When they were in war, they were talking, and we know how much Hughes that affected Roy, but honestly I didn't think they were best friends when we watched them in the beginning. They worked together, they were colleagues, and
they were friendly.
And it affected him so much because he cares about the people he works with. I honestly thought just that. So I think for me it's horrible to see how actually close they were, and that Hughes died back after, and that he's dead now. The fact that I don't know how much it affected Roy, now if that part affects me much more, because I didn't know how close they were, and we saw their friendship from the beginning.
Yeah,
I mean, in the beginning it was
they were.
Competition, basically.
Yeah. I mean, they continued to, I guess, push each other to be better because they were in constant competition with each other.
That lasted up until Roy actually figured out that Hughes is a good guy. When Hughes came and defended Roy and...
I don't know his name, but Ishval and
I'm not sure
Soldier.
Yeah. And then after that, they just continued working together, because they fought against those guys together, and that was honestly so fucking sad to see, in my opinion, and that was the easiest part of the episode.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk around the subject. That's the main thing here, and that was the main thing in this episode, because I feel so inadequate talking about it, because I think it's so complicated, and I think the show doesn't shy away from it, and it's very realistic, which is why it makes it so hard.
Yeah, honestly,
it makes it so hard to talk about it. It makes it so hard to watch the character that you love, that otherwise if it wasn't for this war, they would be what you would think are heroes, the best, and then they don't paint this war as anything nice, I was constantly paint it as fair.
No, they just show it how it was. I was constantly trying to figure out the way to
find excuses.
To make it a little better for what Roy did in the war. I was constantly trying to do that. I was hoping that we're gonna see Hawkeye being in trouble and him killing away many soldiers to save her. I was hoping that this entire time I was waiting for something like that, because I would feel better then. I would feel better too, even though this is more realistic, but I would feel better in that situation, and the show doesn't do that. The show shows you how fucking horrible it is what happened there. They even give you an Ishval, a soldier, with Roy and Hughes. And then after that, what happens with Ishvalans and our soldiers.
Yeah, I guess just to go by what happened in the episode. No, this is tough. This is very fucking tough. Like, we see Roy, like, in the beginning of the episode, very early on, we see how the military was treating the Ishvalan people by how they were treating the soldier. And we saw how Roy, like, I knew that Roy was gonna come to the guy and, like, help him up. And I was like, a sweetheart, you know? I love him. I think he is kind-hearted. Like, I really do. And, like, I have it. I know in the back of my head that, like, in, I don't know, 10 years time, I don't know how old he was when this all started happening. Maybe 5, I have no idea. He's gonna go and he's gonna be the hero of the Ishvalan war, and he's gonna kill so many people, and he's gonna be a war criminal.
Honestly, honestly, that immediately came to my mind. The second I saw him helping an Ishvalan soldier, I was like, oh, nice. Of course, he's like that. Of course, he would not tolerate the bullies and stuff like that. And then I remember you killed their whole people. You are the one who burned half of them.
Yeah.
Like, what do I say? What do I do with that fact? Honestly, like, how can I say, oh, sweet? Like, I wanted to say that point, oh, sweet, but like, how can I possibly say that when I know what he did afterwards? Yeah, and they don't try to paint it like something that is not true completely.
I really appreciate how and why they're doing this, even though, like, it pains me to watch this, because, like, how do I love Roy, and I will continue to love Roy, and I will never defend him. I cannot, you cannot, you simply don't. And I love that they're doing it like that, because, like, also in my mind, like, since we've, you know, known about the Ishvalan war and how awful it was, like, I also know, like, in my mind, I was thinking, oh, well, look, we don't know. Maybe, like what you said, he was trying to protect his people, and that's why he did, like, the whatever made him a hero at the end. Or I even thought that people think that he did something that the Crimson Alchemist did, because, like, they have something, like, similar. Like, I was really trying to save the situation.
You even said maybe he burned only corpses.
I was really trying to save the situation, because, like, that will make me feel better. And the show doesn't. Like, it shows the cost of war, and it shows what war does to people who otherwise would be just decent human beings, you know? You put them in these situations, and they can become, I mean, again, not everyone does, but, like, they can become this. They can become like what Roy, what Armstrong, what Hughes have become. I love the show first, like, introduces you to these characters, and you fall in love with them, and, like, you want to defend them. And as the story progresses, you have to be faced with what they have done. And they still are such complex characters, and they feel a lot of guilt over what happened, and they feel a lot of responsibilities to make the country now a better place. And that's, you know, still, at no point is that going to excuse what they did. It's never going to erase it. It happened how it happened, and which is why the words of Hawkeye in the previous episode, that was, like, so strong to me. Like, I really, like, I could cry now thinking about what she said. But, like, she said, like, yes, we can, because that's what Ed told her, like, we can talk about how this, you know, the homunculites did this, and you were following orders, and these people gave orders, and she said, like, we can use all these excuses, but, like, at the end of the day, you stood there and you did that. Like, you followed the orders, you chose to follow those orders, and you looked people in the eyes, and you killed them. And they're trying to make the country now a better place, a democracy.
I think that's the best, the most they can do at this point after everything they did. I think the most they could possibly do is try to make up somehow, any way they know how, for the horrible stuff.
Yeah. I love that, even when they do that, I love that she said, and in that country, you know, we will answer for our crimes. Like, it's not enough to just do the best you can. Nothing will ever be enough, you know.
Especially because I don't know. To me, it's much different because they are alchemists, and Ishval didn't have that.
Yeah.
Like one of the worst things I have watched in this show happened in this episode when I saw snipers shooting at each other, and then here comes Roy, our boy Roy, who just throws alchemy, whatever, and just kills them all, and they can do nothing about that. Like they are in so much superior than them, have so much more power than them. They don't stand any chance.
Yeah, I mean, at no point was this a fair fight.
Exactly, and that's why it's even more horrible to watch it.
To go back to the guy, the Ishvalan soldier that we know, like when they were talking, like in the whole why they joined the army and like his reason, like this is awful. This is fucking awful.
I can't.
Oh my God.
That was fucking horrible.
Like he said, like because he wants to make this country a better place for his people, and so like he wants to try to influence, you know, the people in charge and whatever. Like he just, because it's very hard to be Ishvalan, clearly, in that place, and I feel like there is a lot of that now that Roy wants to do as to make amends. I mean, you're not gonna make amends, but like as to maybe just make the world that guy wanted to be a part of.
But just watching that part and knowing that like his whole, because he's doing that for his people, and his whole people gonna be murdered, but by that same government and same army, like a decade later. If so, maybe not even a decade.
I don't know how long it was, and so like immediately you knew it was coming when Roy started going up those steps after he has killed these people. Exactly. I was just waiting for that guy to show up, and like, you know, the worst possible thing, what, like he looks him in the eyes and
exactly, honestly, that the second he looked him in the eyes, I remember the sentence from the last episode. You look them and you remember their faces because they're never gonna forget yours.
Yeah.
And I immediately remember that sentence, how Roy must be remembering that face for his entire life.
I mean, I simply don't know how you could escape it. They never did. Roy never did. Hughes never did. Like, Hughes talked the entire time. He was like, he tried to push it so far back, and he was like, I just need to come back alive. I need to come back to the woman that I love. That's it. I'm gonna be fine. I have to be the best man for her. And he just, I don't think he ever spoke about it because, like, we know, so sad. Because we know in that episode when him and Winry were talking about Ed and the boys and how they don't speak about these things, and he said like something along the lines of how like it's hard to say some things. You don't want to burden people with it, and so you keep it to yourselves. And I think that's the way he lived his life, and just not speaking about it and trying to push it as far back as he can. And like he never spoke, I guess, to his wife about it, about the burdens that he carried, and he just
and we know Hughes, we know how happy and how cheerful he always was, and you can just imagine how many demons he has when he is alone.
Roy said at the end when they exited the train and everything, the war was done. I mean, because the war lasted for a while. Honestly, I thought that the war that happened like 7 years back, I thought it was like maybe a year, because like the Alchemist had a lot of powers. Like I didn't think it was gonna last long, but it lasted for like 7 years, which is a lot of time. Like, and I understand the environment that would create for people, but still. Roy said like about Hughes, I don't think I can ever
like you're a strong man.
You're a strong man, and I'm not. And like he wasn't. Hughes wasn't any stronger than you were. He just dealt with it in a different way and pushed it far, far back. Okay, to continue with Roy and Hughes, and when they encountered the guy on the roof, the guy pulled a gun and was about to shoot Roy, but then Hughes shot him.
Oh, he didn't shot Roy.
I mean, he shot Roy. He shot Roy, but like that was poetic. It hit his Alchemist. What is it called? Alchemist watch, whatever. It hit it like this fucking dead center of it.
Yeah.
Like ridiculously poetic that it would hit that.
Yeah.
And like make him survive. And like for all intents and purposes, he didn't deserve to.
No.
You know, and like that thing saved him. Like, what do you say to that? And I mean, Roy then came and shot him. Like the three of them who 3 minutes before that were like all just joking around and having fun and having so many things in common.
And having similar dreams in mind.
Just to see that scene then in front of you, again, the show is not trying to sugarcoat anything. Like it shows it the worst it could possibly fucking show it. I really appreciate that, no matter how worse it makes it for me to watch.
For me, it makes it so horrible, honestly.
It makes it very tough to watch.
Just because one of my favorite characters, I can't excuse any of his actions. Like, in my mind, I see, like, one of the things I see are the most horrible things in the show, like the hardest things for me to watch, you know?
Yeah.
It would be much easier if it wasn't like that.
I mean, of course.
But I think this is more important, honestly.
I think the message of it is much more important than our feelings. I also love that one moment between... It was very sad. Oh, this whole episode was so fucking sad. Between Roy and Hughes, again, after the whole thing happened with the Ishval soldier. And Roy was really just like...
Down.
That was kind of... that was as much as he could take at that moment.
Yeah.
And you know, Hughes told him, look, we have to follow orders. I'm just coming back alive. We have to do this. We have to finish it. It has to be done. You know, Roy asked for like 30 seconds just to like pick himself back up and finish what he started and finish this war. Honestly, I think very close after this whole thing happened, he just, whatever he did, that like, he's a hero of war, so I'm sure he's had a part in stopping it, so like, I'm assuming he did like...
honestly,
really hope to finish. I don't know still.
Yeah, I don't know still, but what I expect is like, that either he finished the war, but like I think it was just something connected to flame alchemy. Yeah. And that's it.
He asked for 30 seconds. I mean, if I saw correctly, it was a full minute. If I saw correctly, and it was a full minute, and he was like, okay, 30 seconds have passed. I like that's so small, but like him giving him 30 seconds more, because like it's hard and it's tough, and then like again, I feel ridiculous saying like it's hard and it's tough. This like he's killing innocent people, like. But I don't know. I don't.
Everything that like you can see a big change in Roy in the beginning of the episode and later in life when we know him. Yeah. And I think that the whole war is what took a big toll on him. I mean, as it should, but it did.
I don't know.
I mean, there is nothing to say.
There's nothing more
that
to say.
We can excuse any of his action, as I believe. Every single one of you. I do believe, I mean, Roy is a very likable character in my opinion, and I do believe, and Roy is full of love. He loves his people. He is the person who wants to protect everybody he loves, and he said that and that like he's gonna protect his people, and that those people are gonna protect their people, and that's the most like one human can do, and that's what's his main motivator in life. And like, how could you not love a character like that, who would give anything, who would risk his own life to save people he loves? So I do believe every single one of you has the same problem as us while watching this, because like honestly, not many times has happened for me that like one of my favorite characters in a show, I cannot fucking excuse any of his actions. Yeah. Sure, I could, but like not for me, really. Like, I mean, sure, I can say, oh, they had orders, they had to follow them, but like that does nothing for me.
No, and it does nothing for the show. I mean, the show clearly emphasized that, like, even though they did have orders or whatever, like that's not it's not an excuse at the end of the day. And I mean, look, it is what it is now.
Yeah.
Like, they are trying to make it better, and they plan to pay for their crimes, and that's like most that I can ask from them.
That part for when Hawkeye said that made me feel a little better.
Mm-hmm.
I know how bad they feel, but like I like that they are willing to answer for everything they did.
Yeah, that's very important
Honestly,
to me for the characters that they are. Like, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I would like at the end they expect that from them. Yeah. Because I like, again, I think they're
good people.
Yeah.
In some way.
And they're very good people in their hearts, and they're still war criminals.
Yeah.
The duality in people. I don't know. This is ridiculous. Okay, people, a ridiculous show.
It's much easier with that. And they have done nothing wrong in their lives.
Ed and Nell are the best people objective in the fucking world, possibly. Along with Winry.
Yeah. That's
angels.
Give me an OVA of the three of them, please. I beg you now. Honestly,
maybe that's in the first three, and we watched this.
And
people, why do you torture me like this?
What's wrong with you people?
Why would you want me to watch this? Why would you hurt me such? Like, I'm hurt already. I didn't expect to cry about an OVA. Like, this was not meant to happen. This was not on my bingo card for today. Okay, I didn't want this. This was 17 minutes. And they tortured me for every fucking minute of it.
Ridiculous, honestly.
No, I lost for words.
Okay, guys.
That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching.
See you next time.
Bye.